Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IF Whale. It's great to be with you tonight. If you're new to the channel, well, just go ahead, grab your smartphone, and yes, just launch your camera app, point over that QR code like so, touch the yellow ellipse, and a second or two, you will be greeted with my link tree with lots of great information, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, to improve the quality of your life and some of the people that you care so much about. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So here's how we do this. Every single week, we start out. Yes, we start all the way out on a Saturday, and we end up on a Friday with our master topic of the week. So we'll get to that in just a minute. But I want to thank you guys for coming here and watching our channel and absorbing up all the great information. And I want to thank you for coming back. If you are visiting us again, really appreciate that so much. And if you're one of those people that are watching us on the replay, 1 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 p.m., 11 p.m., whatever, thank you as well. Because, we're here for you so you can watch us pretty much 24 hours a day, whenever it's convenient for you. All right, I'm going to get right into the master topic because everybody's excited about that. So we are on the day, ladies and gentlemen, of Wednesday. And so how you read this, in case you are wondering, is we are on our series 2, which is year 2. We're on show number 4, and we're on episode number 5. Remember, there are 7 episodes in a week, or in one. Basically, one show has basically 7 episodes. So we're talking about telling a story. Telling a story is like creating a picture for someone. It's making them a dinner, a dish, something that is really going to convey meaning to people. Now, you might be saying to me, John, I'm not a storyteller. Well, if you want to captivate people in our world, guess what? You have got to tell people stories. You got to tell people stories. And if you don't tell people stories, well, then I will tell you, then you're going to be very, very lost. Very, very lost. Why? Because stories are the gateway to our heart, to our mind. Okay. And so, what does it mean when we say that we've got a compelling story? Well, a compelling story just means something that people are going to pay attention to. That's right. I said pay attention to. Now, if you're wondering if your story is something people are going to pay attention to, ask yourself a question. If you were to tell this story to a total stranger, would they be running for the hills, or would they be interested in knowing more about who you are and what you do? I mean, let's be honest about that. Okay. If it truly is a person that wants to convey something that's important to you, then I would say you're going to have really a great success. A great success. And so, thinking about a story that will envelop people, a story that will get them on the edge of their chair. That's pretty cool, isn't it? A story that puts them on the edge of their chair. And by being on the edge of our chair, that means that we can make a difference. We can make a difference in our life. And if we make a difference in our life, then we're going to feel a strong sense of value. Now, a lot of people say to me, hey, John, why are you doing this? And if you're doing something to impress someone, well, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you're doing it because you want to learn, and so stories, if you remember, all of our great politicians, let's say teachers, excuse me, there, and maybe even some of our great mentors, they were all great storytellers. If you can captivate somebody, if you can get someone to really get interested in what you have to say in just a few minutes, well, then you're a great speaker. It also means you're a great storyteller. Now, you might have heard this before, and then people say to me, "Oh, well, John, he's just a storyteller." Well, what I mean by that is there's the negative sense of that where people were saying, "Oh, he's a storyteller." And that really means that he doesn't have a valuable story. It means that that person is trying to connive you. Storytelling. Many of you will remember storytelling as an hour or a time just before you'd put your mat on the floor and go to sleep as the teacher or the aide would read a story. Storytelling has a way of transporting us from where we are now to where we could be in a second from now. But the question I have for all of you, if storytelling is so great and it's an amazing thing, why don't more people do it? Maybe they've had bad experiences telling stories. Maybe. And maybe they don't necessarily know who they should tell a story to or why. And so a story is something that will make a huge difference, not only in your life, but in other people's lives. Stories take something that seems just like this concept, but it goes nowhere. And the concept will literally get people to become on board with you. That means that you are someone that knows how to gain other people's interest. You know how to gain people's interest. And if we said, as you probably heard before, "Oh, you're a great storyteller," and they do it sarcastically, well, that means that you really don't have a story. You just have worthless information, or so it seems. And when someone tells a story and it's all about themselves, that's egotistical. And nobody wants to hear a story about everything I did. If I share a story about some interesting experience and I can tie in things, if I did them, great. But when you share a viewpoint or you help someone make a connection to something they maybe had a vague recollection about, maybe, and maybe what you have the recollection about is something that's not only interesting, but something that could change someone else's life. I'll give you an example. Let's say you went on a cruise and you learned some things on that cruise that could help save some people's lives. It could maybe help people have more fun. Those people that are interested in going on a cruise are probably going to pay more attention to you because they want to know more about cruises. And so when you hit a topic that resonates with someone, that could be a topic about business, about something in your social life. It could be something um, in politics. It could be on anything. But when you hit that point, other people just want to pay attention to you because you are interesting. And when you're interesting, people want to become interested in you. But your goal is to become interested in them. So when they say to you, "Oh, gee, well, that's amazing what you did in the rainforest. Oh, we had a lot of fun. Just curious, what's the fascination about rainforests?" "Oh, my great grandmother and her mom always went to the tropical rainforests. And whenever my great grandmother would go there, she would come back and she would bring us back these fresh vanilla beans. I mean, they were so fresh, they were in a bag. There was no preservatives, nothing. And it might have only cost her $1 or 2 when we pay close to $18 for like 1 or 2 beans, like $7 or something a bean. Now, you might be saying, "John, that is crazy," but it's not crazy because the fact that I shared something in the family and you were interested in not only the fact that it was family, but about the Madagascar forest or the tropical rainforest, it electrified you. It put passion in your eyes and it caused you to, I'm going to say, salivate at the mouth for more information. Stories, story time. If I asked you right now, what is the best childhood book story that was read to you? And maybe you would say The Very Hungry Caterpillar, maybe the Harry Potter series, right? Animal Farm, The Alchemist, Gone with the Wind. But let's talk about children's stories because ours aren't really children's stories. So, children's stories, Goodnight Moon, um, Reading Aloud, Brown Bear, Brown Bear, What Do You See? The Very Hungry Caterpillar, um, Where the Wild Things Are, The Cat in the Hat, The Velveteen Rabbit. You getting the idea? And so, when you latch onto a story, it gets us excited. Let me give you another example. So you're planning to go to whether it's Disney World or whether it's another theme park or you're going to go to the Bahamas, the Atlantis. What's the first thing that your family usually does or you would do? You usually go to a travel agent, but now you go online and you can see those pictures. You can watch those videos. And pretty soon you believe you're there. It's just a matter of getting a ticket and you are there. It's these pictures, it's these videos that propel us forward to have an amazing, I'm going to say, catapult into the actions we need to take to get on that trip. You might see a video of someone windsailing or someone parasailing, or maybe you saw this great brochure, and in the brochure, they were talking about this amazing restaurant. Whatever it is, there's a story that got put in your head. And that story is how travel agents sell trips. They share a story, you become interested in it, and then they tell you more about the story. And before you know it, you're taking yourself and the whole family on a trip. Making a choice to listen to a story is one thing. Making a choice to become part of a story and allow that story to envelop you as a person is something totally different. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to be with you this amazing Wednesday evening. I hope you'll like, love, and support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. Go to my YouTube channel, John Space C Space MRLY Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase. Help keep our content free. Make the choice. Buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a fresh bowl of fruit, or a savory dessert. Either way, we'll be grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content to empower you to change your life. Are you ready to create your story? Tune in tomorrow, and I'll tell you how you can create your story to captivate others. I'm going to see you guys real soon. So take care, everyone. Be well.